Well, hello, good people of the interwebs. I'm Mike Lowe, and this is the Same Old Lions franchise, the 2022 season, which is our third season, and it's episode 3 as well. We are 2 games into the season. We have just completed our first round of scouting that was just unveiled, and so I'm going to do a quick recap of that, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay here on a Saturday night, just kind of staying home, drinking some hot chocolate, COVID time. So let's take a look around, right? First off, the Lions already have their first win. You have to keep in mind, this has been a franchise, by the way, I need to say also joining me on this stream today is the robot vacuum. So it may sporadically show up at times and say hello very, very loudly as it kind of circles around me here in the table. And so I'll try to mute it when it's coming through. Hopefully I'll get through the little pregame stuff first. So, but nonetheless, we are 1-1. So this is a franchise, as I was saying, we won, I think, 7 games in 2 years, right? We're 1-1 so far. That's kind of exciting news for this Lions franchise. It probably doesn't seem like a whole lot, but again, in the early going here, we're pretty pumped because we already had that first win off the books, or on the books, whatever you want to say, and we're kind of neck and neck here, of course, this early on. Who wouldn't be? But we are being playing the Bears this week. You can see our points for and points against is a little bit worrisome, right? I mean, we are, so are the Packers, surprisingly. They're even worse shape than we are. Vikings look pretty good. And again, this is one of the simplest stats you can look at to kind of get a good gauge of kind of where your team's at. If you could only look at one stat, this is probably the stat you want to look at, kind of the points for, points against. So, and the robot vacuum's going crazy right now. It's running into something. But anyway, the Lions, again, 36-41. Points for and against, but we got the win. We got the win in week 2 against the Washington football team and their second-year quarterback, just like ours. What is his name? It's not Justin Jefferson. Tyler? I have to look him up here. So I'll show you kind of how he's looking, because he was the second pick in the draft, in our very first draft that we had. And he... Tyrell Jefferson's his name. So I'm going to give you a chance to look at him really quick. I'm going to actually pause this vacuum because it's kind of driving me a little bonkers here. But Tyrell Jefferson, again, was the second round pick, or second overall pick, I should say, of the 2021 draft. And so he's only a normal dev, but he's been a pretty good player, but he had a rough game. I think he threw 3 picks this game, if I recall. Yeah, he's off to a bit of a rough start. He threw 2 picks the first week, 3 picks, and actually all 3 of them were by Tracy Walker. One of them returned for a touchdown. So he fumbled twice. We recovered one of them. So it was just, and we've only won by 3 points. So again, you wonder why the point differential may look a little weird. That's part of the reason there, right? So as we look at the schedule quick, and we look at kind of where the Lions are, again, we lost 16-14. I'm sorry, what am I saying? 24-16. And we, yeah, this was oh my gosh, I mean, look at the fourth quarter, right? It was 0-0 going into the fourth quarter of this game. Super, super crazy. So, sorry about that. But, so again, we're looking at, look how many points were scored, right? 40 points scored in the fourth quarter between the two teams. And so, 250 yards of offense for the Lions. That's going to be a theme here in this early season kind of recap, is that our offense has struggled. Our defense has been improved. Run defense has been improved too. But, as you just kind of scroll through and look here, but it was a game that we really could have won. We definitely had a chance to win. If you look here, Nick Escobar did not play great, had a touchdown, no interceptions, started the game really hot. He was something like 10 out of his first 10 or something like that, and it just went downhill. We had a ton of drops this game, was part of it. Ton of drops, and we could not get the run game going. We gave Swift, we fed him 20 carries, 49 yards, 1 broken tackle. Receiving killed us, so you don't see here. We had 5 drops total as a team. AJ Green had a few. Hawkinson, I think between these guys, I think all 5 drops were between Hawkinson and Green. So it was just, one of those games that got away. This game, again, the defense played really, really well. Our offense continues to struggle. So we'll see if we can start to pick it up. Escobar played a little better. He did throw a pick. It was just kind of on a one-on-one just kind of a streak route to Galladay, but that got intercepted. Completion percentage was much better. But you can see Tyrell Jefferson definitely struggled there in Ford Field. Run game, we made some changes to our run game. He had one really big run here. He had a 57-yard run, but other than that, we did a decent job. Swift, again, 20 carries, but just 61 yards, so getting better. But I'm starting to think that he might just be a little bit getting too tired. And so this week I've actually adjusted some of my depth charts and formation subs, and we're going to be subbing in a few different guys as we kind of go in this different formation. So you're going to see anywhere between 3 and 4 running backs, honestly, in this particular game. So you can see the receiving for the Lions here. I think Galladay's had a touchdown in both games, but again, just not really. I mean, literally, we're not creating much separation this time around. So rookie gets his first catch. This was actually a really nice play. It was for a first down. So, oh, I know another exciting part of the of this box score is we had a really big play by the number 3 pick in the draft, who is Pat Christmas. Is his name. So if you look here, he had 3 tackles, 4 total, had a sack, which led to a forced fumble, and he recovered it. So really nice play coming off the edge there. I'm really excited to see what his depth trade's going to be, because I think he's already had, I know he's had 1 upgrade for sure. I think he may have had 2, like 1 in the preseason. And so he's coming along pretty well. The only injury we have, Dakota Reeves, our left guard. You may remember him from last year. He was a, I think, 4th round pick starting for us. He's hurt, so we have Jonah Jackson kind of filling in there. But, you know, otherwise, we're just trying to get things going. So you're going to, at times, you're going to see all 4 of these running backs here. So I forget his first name. Theo Thomas, who was our, like, 5th round pick in 2021, receiving back. Bo Scarborough, who was our power back and is going to see a little bit more in, like, 3 tight end sets. And Ty Johnson, he will get into the mix more. He was a 2019 draft pick in the 6th round. And then, of course, DeAndre Swift. So we will see how that goes. As far as scouting, again, first week of that, not a whole lot to report, obviously, because our offense has been struggling. That's kind of where I started putting the focus. Wanted to take a look here and see if there are any really good strong arm quarterbacks. There was nobody by a scheme fit, but there's a couple guys here that look okay. Dylan Burke out of USC, he's a mid-first. He's 21, so that's nice. Bobby Bryan out of LSU, he's 24, not as nice. He's a late first, so a couple options there. I mean, I don't know if I would really take Bobby Bryan, but we don't know. I didn't scout these guys any further yet because I'm a little bit worried about their throw power when they don't have the strong arm fit. And then actually, because I need to make a decision pretty soon on TJ Hawkinson, who has played better but has also had some key drops, started scouting a few tight ends. But again, nothing too crazy came through on those, and that's it. I mean, that's the 175 points. It goes pretty quick each week. So renegotiations, what's going on with the Lions? Really only looking at one guy so far, Frank Ragnow, who we franchise tagged. We couldn't get a deal done last year, so again, we're trying again. Justin Coleman, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. It's going to be based off of Sean Griffin, who was our 2nd round pick, our 3rd draft pick of 2022. But it's going to really depend on his development, and he also has a hidden depth trade. So, but most likely we're going to be letting Coleman walk. But we have close to $100 million in cap space for next year, so we'll have to see. So again, we're waiting on Sean Griffin, waiting for his depth trade to reveal itself. We're waiting for Pat Christmas and his depth trade to reveal itself. So it's getting close, though. It could be in just a couple weeks. So as for the Bears, you may remember their new quarterback if you watched the draft episode. And the Bears are starting a rookie at quarterback who we were heavily considering taking 3rd overall. I'm glad we didn't, because Kyle Farley is going to be a decent player, but he did not have a depth trait, so I'm glad we didn't pick him 3rd. But 21-year-old rookie out of Washington State. He can run a little bit. He's got a decent arm, pretty good speed. But he's susceptible to turning the ball over. Trigger happy, aggressive forcing passes. So our game plan, again, is really just to try and stop, kind of bottle stuff up. Stop former Lion Kerryon Johnson. We're going to play a little bit of man to coverage. We're probably going to be having actually Okuda, I think, on Caps because of his speed. So Caps was their 1st round pick in 2021. You may remember he didn't play much. The first year, he's a starter now for them. So going to try to make sure Okuda is on Caps for the speed. And then Robinson against Coleman. we'll do our best. So they have a pretty good defense. I think what we've set up is we're just trying to establish some run game. So using different running backs now, focused on it in training to get a little bit of a bump. And then on defense, I think we're just doing some cover one, forcing the rookie quarterback to have to kind of throw over top, and also stopping the run, I believe is what we did, using cover one. Yeah, so again, just kind of keep everybody close to the line of scrimmage is the basic plan. So having said that, we're going to jump in and see if we can, my gosh, it'd be the first time I think, or no, I had a winning record the very first year, week one, we went 1-0. But this would be the, maybe only the second time we've had a winning record, so. And I'm going to restart the robot vacuum, so I'll mute it if it comes by and it's loud.
From the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. On the return, Deontay Harris. He takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Throwing on first down. Farley. That is caught by Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. He just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but
darn this time trying to get the right receivers matched up, and I can see Okuda's out there. Not on caps like I want. So, I think I'm just going to have to switch these guys back. I thought by putting him second he would cover caps, but I don't know.
Staring at a 3rd and 8 coming
See how this looks.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Operating from the gun. Farley.
I can run. Oh my God.
Try and run for this. And taking it across midfield.
So bad.
Inside the 45.
It's such an easy play, and I missed it.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to.
Let's see who is guarding caps there. Who's there? Again, 2nd-year player. Top 5 pick last year. Where's he at? So he's over there. He's got 97 speed. I think that's it. Yeah, that's him. Okay, good. So Okuda's on him now. So that's what I want to do. I can just tackle in the open field. I'm doing all right.
And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards.
Is the rookie there?
2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time.
Actually, he's our second round pick. My bad. The corner was our third round pick. That's Stoutmeyer. Have him playing on big nickel formation right now. And you can see why there. Oops.
To throw on second down. Farley. Open man is to Matt, the tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the gun on third down. Farley. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this kick is not going to
Nice.
be close. It's well
There.
short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless
Alright, so again, our focus is I get the run game going. It's been bad. Our offense has been bad for 2 weeks, so
You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down now, it's Thomas, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's complete.
That's good coverage.
Down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
So let's see. Felt pressure coming pretty quickly here. Oh, nice man. I just kind of felt that blitz coming in. But he's a good guy with possession catching, so that worked out. But can't be doing that all game.
They are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 61 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
On second down, Swift. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Third down, it's take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On second down, that's Johnson. And we'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Oh my gosh.
He can run for it, and he will.
Oh, so bad. It's so bad in the open field.
Into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. From the gun, Farley will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and
Such a
run.
Lions game, really.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Farley, middle of the field, it's Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup there. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They don't want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they worked it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second and 5. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 4. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw.
Oh, man.
Throw, but incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's one of Okuda's traits there.
Not getting a lot of help out there.
Him being near those balls, kind of, those contested balls are really hard to complete for the opponent.
Get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He's pressure. He's brought down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. From the gun, Farley. Complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson.
Damn, I can see today.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Farley, the throw taken in by Sims. Touchdown, Chicago! Steven Sims, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 7. They run out of the gun with Swift. That's an on the run now.
Oh, man. I was still waiting for the jump. I ran myself out of bounds.
56 yards. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long run.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Dude, that's
going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Galloway's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season
Jackson got there closer than I wanted him to, but
college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it,
needed
just
that
take
one.
off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. 5 plays there on that drive.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I didn't, I don't know, I just haven't been watching a ton of it. Once the Padres were gone, I just kind of haven't been watching it much. I think I got too much baseball this year. But I'm always excited for it. It's just, football's going on right now. College football, at least the Big Ten started today. I watched the first half of Michigan at least. Yeah, I'm not trying to kick these into the end zone.
Carries into the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
So that series is tied then, right? 2-2.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense,
Man's playing really well, though. If you're curious about these sliders, they're up on Operation Sports. All-Madden custom sliders. They're under my name, Mike Lowe.
And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Farley looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Open man, Sims complete.
Yeah, if you don't get home on a blitz, they can eat you up.
5 yards shy of midfield. He is putting on a show in this 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Farley gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good.
Laquan Smith, former Bear, you can see there in the middle of the line of defense.
On 2nd down, Johnson, and a minimal gain.
See him missing an assignment? I am just. I usually play all right on broadcast usually. Today I'm just over pursuing.
But the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Over the middle, complete.
Short.
He is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Definitely play this one safe.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job.
No. 3 minutes left. We get the ball. So
you rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1 yard line and helping out the
Jim, I just don't like playing defensive lineman. I feel like it's too easy to get pressure.
I might be thinking safety right now.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
They scored a touchdown the last time they had the
football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
No, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they're just standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Why did they stop the clock? Injury? Not weird. Must be an injury. These are big blocks, guys. Yeah, but broadcast view is amazing. I saw in the chat there. Yeah, I mean, to get used to it. And it didn't take me. I was like thinking, oh, this is gonna take like weeks and weeks. It doesn't. I spent like a couple days just practice mode getting used to it. It's awesome. It is awesome. Really big blitz. Yeah, good play.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down.
All right.
Hopefully nothing serious. We'll check on his status when we get back.
The fullback roll up here.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress.
There we go. The rookie. Undrafted rookie. First carry.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson.
I saw Griffin over there with his 96 speed. I thought he might have had a linebacker in single coverage. Just going to let it rip. I'm just going to show you what I was looking at. They're in a zone, so. It was just going to be an RPO to Griffin, who's number 12. He's got 96 speed. And I saw over there, I was like, well, he might, even if it's at safety, I mean, he can burn by it. Although that's probably Eddie Jackson on that side. So it worked out. It was not going to really be there. Take what they give you. Galladay had a step, but
you don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So here's a 1st and 10.
By the way, I learned that with the broadcast view, and people were saying you had to kind of flip and go back and forth on this. You don't. You can just hit audible, cancel it with R3, and then it'll go right back into it. So even easier than was first being recorded. Oh yeah, alright, good play. I waited an extra second to make sure he got open.
Bilal Nichols, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get
do it for me.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
Ooh.
We'll send you down to Orlando.
All right.
We check in with
Can the Lions go 2-1? It's exciting for a Lions fan. You don't understand.
Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL.
Got a rushing yards today, 124 half. That's a game plan there.
We'll begin in the AFC South in Nashville. Tennessee
hosting
Jacksonville. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars.
You guys hear my loud-ass PlayStation 4 Pro?
Touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos.
Baker Mayfield with the Broncos now. Big free agent signing. Cameron Kirk as well.
2 touchdown grabs. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium. See what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford.
All right, Jefferson. Much better. So bad. He threw 5 picks the first 2 weeks total.
Leading the way on the ground there.
Kamara's a beast, man. Washington's had him the last 2 years in this franchise. He is tough.
Who can put it together in the
I
second
feel like I may have been. I was waiting for that guy to dive, so like all I was focused on was hitting triangle. And I got stuck by the sideline. That was a big play there.
Thank you, sir. A field goal
All right, we get
separates
the
these
ball.
two teams as we come back for this second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10.
Oh gosh, man. Ooh, good run though.
The 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard
I
gain.
got 3 out of that. Take it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Oh, yep, that's a bad throw. Nice play. He's a great player. Damn, that was so stupid. Last second, I thought it was going to get in there. Yeah. Oh, full square bar. Some good blocks, too. That's a bummer.
5-yard line.
Now, here comes the momentum.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Farley. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw on 2nd down. Farley. His throw caught at about the 5. And he
Rookie looking good.
touchdown.
He's got about 7 touchdown passes on the season, no interception.
An 18-yard
Hey, what's up, Corbin?
grab. And the Bears turn that
Just blowing leads,
interception into
like
a
the Lions.
touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field.
That's what I want on, though. I
Just
want
the
Coleman, I
idea
want
of
Kudon,
trying to
the
limit
faster
an
cats.
offense
You know,
in
he's
that
less
position,
rated, but
daunting for a defense.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point.
their rookie in 3 weeks, he's got 7 touchdowns, no interception. That's that Colin Farley guy, if you remember from earlier streams. First quarterback taken in the draft. Normal dev, but 75. He's playing like an X Factor right now.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Damn, that turnover is just annoying.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to race it from his mind and get back out there. This drive,
run the ball.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Looking to throw, able to get away, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
I haven't seen anything there. Tried to just scramble. Galladay was blanketed. Yeah, no pressure. It's real tight windows.
Strong safety. Some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Back to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play.
I like these matchups. I'm starting to see
Make sure you keep your eyes
the rookie covering
and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Their top receiver, which I do not want.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Farley. That's complete right side to Connect. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Operating from the gun. Farley. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st down, Farley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cole. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them. Understood the...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Lowe is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Farley, but he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, come on. AJ Green, come on, man.
Shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Jeez. Is that hit me go through or what? What happened there? No, not at all. That throw was terrible. Galladay. I didn't think Galladay would be covered. Or I didn't think he'd be open at the snap of the ball. I mean, he was open if I made an accurate throw. Had Hawkinson too, but I thought for sure AJ Green was going to spring open. Hawkinson right in the middle. First down. Damn.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for
Oh, God, no pursuit today.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down.
I have to change Kerryon Johnson's number for the Bears.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Farley. A full left side taken in by Kmet. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, just start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
To throw on 3rd down, Farley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One of the money routes for any offense, the
drag route.
So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point.
It's not clicking. Like last year, they were putting up tons of yards in the air. Nice block, guys.
All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Third down
like pass. It was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete.
Eddie Jackson one-on-one. It's not a good matchup.
Contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit.
That's what we've been missing this year.
74 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through.
Dude can fly, man. 1,200 yards as a rookie. That was an easy read. Just saw him going. They were just sitting in the zone. No one picked him up at all. I left Hawkinson in the help there with Khalil Mack over on the side. Give us plenty of time. I mean, that's just pretty simple read, even on broadcast camera, right? I mean, you can't really duplicate what you see in broadcast because you're zoomed out a little bit more, but I just kind of see that safety flat-footed. I mean, it's over at this point. I'm just kind of waiting for him to make sure he clears. And you just hope and pray it's accurate.
One more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
I decline these, by the way. They need to patch this, so I'll take the ones when they hit my punter, but I don't do the kicker ones. They're too frequent.
The play stand, and they'll take that.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown.
I'm not trying to kick all these touchbacks.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Woo! Taps, 97 speed.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again. Farley. And this is going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, Farley gets this to his running back, Terry Cohen.
Hell yeah, Lions.
Lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now,
the flag, come on.
They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitch, complete. It's Griffin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Yeah, we can just run into this.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Will use the first of their timeouts.
I couldn't tell if Galladay had a linebacker on him. He might have. But not being in a shotgun, I would have probably gotten smoked.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough.
Thank goodness.
He will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run here with Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now they'll switch it up here. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Farland.
Oh my God. I don't know what my deal is today. I've done that like 4 times.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Either tired, old, or both.
Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To throw on 3rd down. Farley.
Nice.
Can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be...
Got everybody back, just nothing is worth forcing it. I probably had, he was off the screen though, Griffin on the right there. By the time he was clear right there, but it's hard to see that particular route.
Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Running is Swift. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They run. This is Scarborough. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
DeAndre Swift's having a big day today.
There goes an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's why you call a screen, you want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Hey, don't fumble.
Down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground this time.
One block away.
Inside the 15 down to the 14.
Ooh, so it's hurt. Oh no. And that's our timeout. Man, that is not good.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
So close.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They try again with Scarborough. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
I'm gonna try to play action, but it looked like I could sneak a run in there, so. Broken ribs, no.
They'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
I don't know if we have the game in hand yet. Well, yeah, we should. We should just go for Neil here.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they take a knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
From back
Lions made a 2-1.
2nd and goal.
Offense still here's some decent plays, but
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after
Jeez,
taking a
that
knee
was run the
at the end
clock.
of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager.
we're gonna have like a false start now. They're gonna block our kick or something crazy.
Because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
The Lions improved to 2-1, a 2-game win streak. This is our first win streak ever in this franchise. It's the third season. They've been tough. Griffin there play the game for sure. Defense playing much better this year. That rookie for the Bears though, it looks damn good. DeAndre Swift probably player of the game. 169 yards rushing for the Lions.
And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.
Well, let's take a look at those team stats really quick. Hey, we almost put up 400 yards of offense. Rushing game, really strong. Passing game, more of a game management style today. Outdid them on third down, which is good. No penalties. I have penalties at 99, guys. I'm not sure what else to do. Colin Farley is ridiculous. He's going to be good. Man. Andrew Swift's like, so we're going to get some other running backs involved today. Let's see, Scarborough 9 carries. Did a lot of the dirty work. Ty Johnson's going to, unfortunately, I don't know, he might be signing a free agent running back here as Swift's down. Then Katz gets his first carry. Steven Hawkinson 5 catches. Good to see. And I missed him on a few times too. On a few opportunities. 4 for Swift. Griffin 3 for 80. Galladay pretty quiet today. We did have the first touchdown. AJ Green has just been a disappointment so far. Another drop. Defensively, we played pretty well. 3 sacks. Flowers, Han, and then 2 rookies teaming up on a sack. Only 1 pass deflection. Oops. And for the Bears, we had 2 sacks. Damn, Eddie Jackson again. Cohen 7 catches. And Robinson 6. Caps didn't do anything. Okuda mostly on him today. Had a drop. Hey, we'll take it. Another 3-point win. Doesn't matter to me. It's 5 we're winning. So yeah, that's gonna do it, I think, for episode 3. This is getting exciting for once. We are actually winning a football game. So I'll probably be tuning in. I don't know. I was gonna do it at the quarter mark, but this was the third game here. So I don't know. I'm not sure when. If you have a thought on when the next game you'd like to see, if you want it to be week 4, maybe we do that. Week 4, by the way, we are playing away at the Giants. We have 3 away games in a row now. Giants, Eagles, and Patriots. So I'm sure it will be one of those. So, but anyway, I have mentioned the slider set I'm using for this. This is on All-Madden. It's up on Operation Sports. You can get the sliders there. I'm Mike Lowe. In case I didn't say that earlier, I'm on Twitter at MikeLowe47. If you have questions about anything, about the gameplay, anything like that, let me know. But it's also all in that slider thread on Operation Sports. So I appreciate you guys checking it out. If you would subscribe to the YouTube channel, that'd be great. And it'll ping you the next time we're going here. I don't really keep a set schedule. It's just tough with work and life and COVID and everything else. So that's it, guys. The Lions are 2-1. We have literally back-to-back 20-17 wins. That's kind of funny. But we'll take it. We don't care. And we're getting better. The offense looked a lot better this week while the defense stayed pretty consistent. So those are all really, really good signs. So anyway, that's it. I'll see you next time.